I always say the most important place to start is where you are,
Mm-hmm.
not where you want to be, where you are. Because if you're not fully present to what's going on now, you're going to be living in the I'll be happy when energy, and it's this destination addiction that we have. So we have to understand that we have to be present with what's going on right now. That's the only moment that we have. And from here, we can affect change moment by moment, choice by choice, with presence and awareness. Our life is happening moment by moment, choice by choice. So it's having the wherewithal and the training and awareness to when that, I'm going to go to the gym and that little voice comes in and says, you don't need to go to the gym. You went to the gym yesterday. You're tired. You should probably just sit on the couch and take a break. That you in that moment interrupt that and go, sorry, I'm going to the gym. And I use my stop, catch, change. And before I went and studied mindfulness and neuroscience and everything, I put stop, catch, change in my Minding Mum book because it actually helped me when I had postpartum depression, like come back to sanity. Actually, I was sitting in the car one day and I put up my hand and I was like, stop. This has to stop. It was like just this rumination constantly of negative thoughts, like worst case scenarios, things that might happen to my baby, just constant rumination. And I just put up my hand and I said, stop. You've got to catch this and you have to change it to something new. And it became stop, catch, change. And through the years, thousands of people have given up smoking and alcohol through stop, catch, change. And I remember speaking to a neuroscientist then that said to me, wow, that's like a neuroscience technique. And I'm like, there you go. That was a car technique in a moment of desperation. That was definitely not a neuroscience technique. But what we're doing in that moment is we're stopping, interrupting the patterns, right? So your brain loves familiarity and its job is to keep you safe. It's really that simple. It doesn't decipher between good or bad. So when you decide to do something new or create a new habit, it's going to go, this could be dangerous. Just stay where you are. Just try new stuff, right? Especially if there's a threat involved. So once we can understand the brain's role and we know that it's doing its job correctly, we can then go in and go, actually, I want to create new neural pathways. I want to move in a different direction. But without our awareness, if you're going for a hike and you're going to a park and you go on the same hiking trail every time you go. And then other people are going to the park and they're all going on the same hiking trail too, right? So the next person that comes is going to go, this is the safe path to go down because look, everybody goes this way. That's what your brain does. It's like, this is the safe way to go because look, it's a well-worn path. So your awareness needs to come in when you're at that junction and you want to go left and your brain's going to go right. Now, without your awareness, your brain's naturally going to go right. It's not trying to self-sabotage you. It's not trying to destroy your life. It's just going down the path it's always gone down. Simple. It's like when we're on autopilot and we drive the same way to work every day. If you want to drive a new way to work, it's going to take a little bit of awareness and presence for you to go, oh, today I said I was going to drive a new way to work. Some days you might go, oh my God, I just drove the old way out of habit. Right? Out of habit, I drove the old way. So our job is to interrupt and go, actually, we're going this way. So that's why in the beginning, if they say it takes, depending on what study you read, 30, 60, 90 days to create habit, but you've got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent. You've got to show up and eventually it becomes a way of being. For me, meditating, for bringing gratitude into my life, doing breath work, it's a way of being for me now. Was it always that way? No, it took years to establish it as part of my lifestyle because it wasn't a way of being. But when you show up and you have reminders and you do these practices and the brain reads consistency and you're increasing your vibration, then you have more of a tendency to want to introduce other things. When you're feeling better, that state is going to encourage better actions. When you're not feeling good, you're not going to want to take great action for yourself. So I would say to people, start where you are, win the morning, win the day.